Hello, this is Deborah with Black Education TV, and I've received several requests to cover the story of Cheddar Man. Thank you to all of you who put in that request, and to the person who sent me the link. Thank you so very much. I decided to check into it, and it's very interesting. It goes along with some of my recent videos along the same lines, where history is coming back to say, here I am. We know that a lot of false information has been put out over the years, but history has a way of surfacing in ways that are undeniable. Now, what I find interesting about this link that was sent to me is on MSN. Okay, it's not some obscure website, but it is a very notable website. Okay, MSN. And so I decided that I'm going to cover the story because it goes along with research that I like to do. I like to uncover history. Okay, that's something that my husband and I both do. We love to reach back and discover history because for so long we have all been lied to. But again, the truth will always be. It always seems to surface, and we are thankful for that. But anyway, the story of Cheddar Man is this. Cheddar Man is the face of the first modern Britons, revealed by pioneering research. Now, I'm just going to read a little bit of the article here. It says the first modern Britons had dark to black skin. Groundbreaking new analysis of this 10,000-year-old remains have revealed. Britain's oldest complete skeleton, known as Cheddar Man, was unearthed more than a century ago in Gough's Cave in Somerset. But an unprecedented examination of his DNA, along with facial reconstruction of the fossils, showed the young man would have had a darker complexion than previously thought. Now, this part right here kind of throws me a little bit. It says, along with blue eyes and dark curly hair. I don't know how you can determine that he had blue eyes, but that's what they're saying here. It says previous reconstructions of Cheddar Man, which were not based on DNA data, depicted him with a lighter skin tone. Yet research by evolution and DNA specialists at the Natural History Museum and University College in London suggests the pigmentation associated with Northern European ancestry is a more recent development. The research and remodeling process was documented for Channel 4 program The First Brit, Secret of the 10,000-Year-Old Man. Professor Ian Barnes, research leader at the Natural History Museum, said at a screening of the documentary, "For me, it's not just the skin color that's interesting. It's a combination of features that make him look not like anyone that you see today. Not just the dark skin and blue eyes, because you can get that combination, but also the face shape. So all of this combines together and makes him not just the same as people you see around today." Researchers Professor Barnes and Dr. Selena Brace extracted DNA data from bone powder by drilling a 2-millimeter hole through the skull's inner ear bone. Okay, and to read a little further here, it says they scanned the skull and a 3D model was produced by paleo artists Alphonse and Audrey Kennis, who make lifelike reconstructions of extinct mammals and early humans. The twins, who have created reconstructions for museums around the world and usually create models of Neanderthals, spent 3 months working on Cheddar Man. It's really nice to make a more graceful man, not a heavy-bowed Neanderthal, says Alphonse. So we were very excited that it was a guy from an ice age. We were very interested in what kind of human he was. With the DNA information, it was really revolutionary, and it allowed us to look more at race. This revealed stuff that we'd never known before. Cheddar Man, thought to have died in his 20s and have had relatively good diet, lived in Britain when it was almost completely depopulated about 300 generations ago. Although previous populations had settled in Britain long before his arrival, they were wiped out before him, and he marked the start of continuous habitation of the islands. Genetically, he belonged to a group of people known as Western hunter-gatherers, Mesolithic era individuals from Spain, Hungary, Luxembourg. His ancestors migrated to Europe from the Middle East after the Ice Age. Britain has been inhabited ever since, and today about 10% of white British people are descended from the group. I think that's very, very interesting. Very, very interesting. They had to tie that part in there. They say 10% of white British people are descended from the group. But what I find more interesting about the whole thing is they show his origins as being a so-called black man, right? And which we have tried to explain this through the Whited Out series, period, that the earth was populated first by black people in every region. And so now even scientists are starting to come forward and say, look, it looks foolish to try to claim that white Europeans were here first. Because as we stated in the Whited Out series, two white people cannot produce a child that looks like Wesley Snipes. It is impossible. Two non-melanated people cannot produce a child that looks like Wesley Snipes. But you can have two melanated people produce a child that is white. That is a scientific fact. It's not racist. It's not divisive. It is what it is. And with this new research, and like I said, it's on a very reputable site, and many other sites are publishing this as well, that the first Britons were black. And see, this is something we've known all along. We've talked about it. We've done a lot of research of our own. And the mere fact of not being able to get white people to produce black children, it shows that they actually come from us. It's nothing to be up in arms and angry about. It's just scientific facts. And so I was very pleased to cover this story at the request of many to show that Cheddar Man was a black man. And that they are saying that 10% of the white British population today descend from Cheddar Man. So you know that there was an admixture. We recently did a video on the Watch Me Reports channel where we were talking about some things that happened, what the Book of Enoch prophesied would happen. There is a reason why the look of people changes. Now, the scientific reasons are quite different than what we believe them to be. They say genetic selection and depending on the region that you move to and this, that, and the other. And then you have some scientists who will come out and just speak the truth, and they'll say that the Neanderthal actually mixed with modern humans and produced lighter skinned people. So you have some people who are just straightforward and they'll just come right out, some scientists should I say, and then you have some who will try to hide things and say genetic selection. But as you see with this Cheddar Man story, just like so many other areas of the world, the people were black. They were black. You go to Asia, the people were black. The original Asians were black. You go to South America, same thing. India, same thing. The people of India are actually stemming from the seed of Ham that has been mixed. You see, there is so much that needs to be known and uncovered in this world. And we're going to continue to see people calling it racist to bring forth this truth. But these sites that are publishing these things, some of the videos that we actually reference in our documentaries, these are actually white, Gentile scientists who are presenting these facts to the world to corroborate what we ourselves already know. So Cheddar Man, you the man. Hey, it is what it is. Shalom, family.